For the dead bug, what we are working on is core control. We're working on anti-extension, anti-rotation, and anti-spinal flexion. Okay, so keeping the core locked on the entire time that we're doing the exercise. So what you're gonna do is on a mat, come down. I'm gonna think about what's happening at my core before anything else. So what I like to do is I will do a little bit of a pelvic tilt to try and find a neutral spine. So with a neutral spine, so I don't want my ribs to be flared and I don't want my pelvis tucked. So I want flat hands, so not up, not down. So nice flat hands is what I'm looking for. And without engaging your core, okay? So try not to engage your core in finding this position. This is just from working through the pelvis and trying to, if you have a large arch underneath your back, trying to sort of mitigate that a little bit. But you don't have to press and shove everything down into the mat per se. Just finding a neutral position that works for you. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice big inhale, and this is to help brace my core for me to bring my legs up. So I'm going to inhale. And then on the exhale, keeping a really nice tight core, I'm going to bring my legs up. So if you find when you bring your legs up that you're arching your back, then your core is likely not engaged. Okay, so now I've got my core engaged, my legs are up, and I'm also talking and breathing through this movement. Okay, so keeping your core engaged while you're doing this is really, really important. When you're breathing, you might get some movement from the upper part of your rib cage as you're breathing, but for the most part, there shouldn't be much movement from the bottom here. You should be feeling a lot in that lower part of your abdomen, staying really nice and tight. So for the first part of this movement, we're going to, as we're learning, all we're gonna do is tap a heel down and come back up. So I'll inhale down. And on exhale, I like it to be quite audible because that audible exhale means that we're tightening our core each time. So inhale. So there is a little bit of movement through the core, but it's not coming from my lower back. It's literally just because I'm breathing. As we move through this exercise and you want to make it a little bit more challenging, we can move to extending the leg out slightly further. Or fully extending the leg. From the top, I'm going to take a big inhale. Exhale to brace, bring my legs up, and then toe tapping. I've got my hands on my core the whole time, or fully extending. So as you come down, as you come back up. Inhale out, exhale back up. And then the final version is to add in the arms. So you're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. Because I'm keeping my core so locked the whole time, it's actually super challenging. So if you feel like this is not very challenging, that it's quite easy, I would argue that your core is not locked on. And every time you exhale, make it audible. That means that you'll be tightening through your core. Just be sure that you are not bearing down or pushing that air downwards into your pelvic floor. And if you want to increase the intensity, you can actually add a pelvic floor lift or a pelvic floor contraction on that exhale. So that would look like this. So I'm going to inhale, exhale, bring my legs up, and then I'm going to inhale down, and then lift and exhale, pelvic floor. So lift and exhale at the same time. Inhale, relax pelvic floor, exhale, lift pelvic floor, but core should stay locked the whole time.